Hey everyone, welcome back to another Alliance War video. This is the kickoff of Season 44. My team is Quicksilver, Valkyrie, and Magneto, or White Magneto for pre-fights. We're up against NewN for this first war, and starting off I have that Terrax and Sorcerer Supreme on Path 2 that I skipped by real quick. That Thing and Doom on Path 1. And then on Mini Island, I'm taking that Mangog on, what is that, 38 now? All the nodes change. Adam Warlock on what I think is node 41. And then I wasn't originally assigned it, but I ended up cleaning up that Mysterio on node 49. That ended up being a much greater pain than we originally anticipated. So we were really trying to win this war. NewN, we did beat them last season, but they were able to win like a couple wars that we weren't, and they ended up getting third over us, and it was like right at the end of the season. So we want to like come out strong against them because we know that they'll be competing for our podium spot again, just like us. Taking this Terrax with Quicksilver, and I've practiced a lot with Quicksilver this off season because I knew I'd be using him a lot. But I'm still not entirely comfortable and still not like a pro with him. And this is just sort of none of my Quicksilver fights really go to plan, or ones that do go well, I'm not using like his standard rotation. So it's just a lot of interesting fights with him today. So starting off, I'm trying to knock him down as often as possible so I can build up momentum, because I want to build up to like a big special 2 and knock him down. I should have been throwing my special 1. I don't know why I didn't throw it, but I get to my special 2 and I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna get to my special 3 before I can really get to like terminal, so I'm just gonna drop this here. I also lost some of my whiplash at some point. Like, this fight is not going well. Here I try and heavy counter and messed that one up. The reason I have to heavy counter is because he reduces the duration of stun debuffs. Unless I have like an active buff or prowess, and I don't get those. So he basically has limber, like a limber built into the node, so I can't really do anything about that or like stun him at all. So once again, I'm like here at my special 2. I don't think I actually enter terminal in time. Maybe I do. Do I? I don't even know what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, baiting this out. Oh, I do enter terminal. Maybe I get this off. Oh yeah, I throw like a little light. Kind of risky to do that. I shouldn't have done that, but here, gonna double the whiplash. And I think I just manually detonate with a medium, light, medium, right? Yeah. And drop the special 1 for extra damage just to make sure it kills. It was a lot of overkill. As you'll see, these whiplashes can do a lot of damage with very little of them. So I stopped the recording there just to sort of like give myself a pep talk, because that was like not a great fight, not a great start to my season. So up against the Sorcerer Supreme, I was very scared for this fight because she has the Sadist node, and she's going to gain 50% attack for each debuff on her. Quicksilver places a lot of debuffs, so I'm thinking like if I slip up at all with like the 20 plus debuffs that she could have her on any moment, like I could easily die. So the plan is to just see how the block damage is. I have an invuln on in case I do slip up, and then manually detonate the whiplashes anytime I start to get a little scared. So yeah, get this up so I can get the slow immediately. Not super necessary because she's not going to go unstoppable in this whole fight. She's gaining like no power because she doesn't gain like combat power rate, like pretty much none of it. And then I'm reducing her power gain to 0 with all the withers. Did I do a medium, light, medium, or did they expire naturally? I don't know, but look at that. Like, she's pretty much dead here. I think I'm just going to medium, light, medium to end the fight here. And yeah, she just dies in the middle of the special 2. Should not have been worried about that fight. And this is where I kind of started to notice, like, oh, these whiplashes, they can do a lot of damage without, like, having the, building up 50 plus of them and dropping a special 2. And, so yeah, that'll come into play later, but especially in future wars, I'm going to be really leaning into Quicksilver because the damage is actually very nice once you get those detonated. Okay, so now we have this thing on, oh god, all the node numbers changed. I can't remember. What is this? Node 20, 29, 28? I don't know. Wait, 9, because it would be 1 and then 10 and then 19. So this is node 19 now. and tested this in off-season just to make sure Valk can out-damage the region, and she can. I was also pretty sure in my testing that I could get up to 2 bulwarks and not trigger protection. Turns out I was wrong. Should have just stuck to only 1 bulwark, because right here at the end, once I get that 4th pierce up with 2 bulwarks, my special 2 does trigger their protection. So next time I take this fight, I'll make sure to only get the 1. And yeah, just hitting him normally. I'm doing like 15k basics. Oh, this is Ascended Valk, by the way. I ascended her over the off season. Yeah, that special 2, just a little bit too much attack rating there. That's on me, but this combo afterwards is gonna, Jesus, that was an impressive combo. Yeah, Ascended Valk is stupid. You see the health pool at the beginning of that? You'll see it in another fight that I take with her against Adam Warlock, but 112k, which is insane. And she doesn't even have like a super high health pool compared to, most champs in the game. She has a super high one for like a female character, but not a lot. Okay, anyways, this is node 28 Doom. Gotta get these node numbers down. I'm gonna be taking this with Quicksilver. The idea was to just do a standard rotation. I don't remember how this fight goes, but I do know that I mess it up. So Quicksilver is really, really good for Doom, because once I get that slow up, he's no longer gonna get those like unblockable specials. And with like max inequity, he's not gonna be dealing much damage to me either. I have a lot of damage reduction. But yeah, I already got that slow up. I had like 300 momentum, so he doesn't get his aura. He's not going to have unblockable specials. I can knock him down whenever I want, pretty much for the rest of the fight. And here, just trying to bait a special out of him. One thing that does suck about Quicksilver is he has like a very quick, very long, like dashback. So it makes baiting specials kind of annoying sometimes. I find my most successful attempts at baiting a special is when I hit their block with a medium and then kind of stand there for a sec, and that's usually how I have to end up baiting specials. Here I parried a bunch because I was trying to parry, obviously, and then I thought I was too late, and I knew I wasn't going to react in time for the heavy, so I just abandoned it until I landed like a clean parry that I knew I was going to land. Here I'm in terminal, don't have too many whiplashes. I'm trying to get this special out of him. I don't think he ends up throwing it. Yeah, and I just say, you know what, we're just going to throw this special 2. It does end up doubling what I have. Bait this special 2 out of him. I'm just going to block pretty much all of it because I do not want to die to this. I didn't do too much damage, actually. And then here I tried to throw my special 1 so I could get bonus damage on the detonation, but I hit my striker. It was funny. But yeah, he goes down. Not any real issues, even though he was being a little annoying with throwing his specials. It's a fight that I definitely want to get the fight time down, but overall wasn't too bad. This Mangog is interesting. MP Blaze has had a couple videos of taking like an America's Chavez on this node with Right Back at It and the Ebb and Flow knockdown protection, where basically if you knock him down, you lose all of your whiplashes, and Quicksilver doesn't deal any damage apart from like his whiplash detonation. So the plan is to basic combo up to my special 2, medium, light, medium, and then drop the special 2. That way I get the trauma or the physical vulnerability, whichever one it is, and my whiplashes deal more damage, and I just manually detonate them like here. See, a medium, light, medium into the special 2, manually detonate with the protection up, so I'm still dealing damage. That dealt about 20% of his health with protection up and only like 15 whiplashes. That's pretty good for like a 300 plus K health Mangog. 60% protection. Like, Quicksilver can do a lot of damage. I'm very impressed by him. But anyways, this is going to be a particularly long fight. I dash back a couple times to get the slow up so that when he throws this special 1 here, he's not going to go unstoppable. I don't have to worry about that. One thing I kind of forgot, I kind of overlooked, is I'm dealing just no damage for a lot of my hits here. But the whiplash did like a little bit of damage there, so it wasn't too bad. Whenever he has like max hatred, he gets damage reduction whenever he enters that mode. And with the protection, it was just kind of taking everything to 0. So mistake on my part, but whatever. I also kind of overlooked when the protection comes back, it purifies all my debuffs, and there were a couple times where all my withers went away, and he was kind of close to a special 2. Even if he had thrown it, I'm just gonna... I'd block the whole thing. I'm not gonna let him get too many prowesses because I have like a 13-hit combo that removes all of them. It probably would have been fine. It would have hurt me on the block a little bit, but it wouldn't have been too bad. Here, medium, light, medium into special 2 again. Only have 10 whiplashes. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but the next rotation is probably going to kill him. Just gotta bait out this special 1, get back to my special 2, and fight should be over. It's not super ideal. You really need tactic attackers to take the defense tactic this season, and a lot of them rely on debuffs, so nodes where you can remove debuffs from the defender are going to be very annoying and very good placements. So this Mangog here, very annoying and is going to waste a lot of fight time. But yeah, going to bait another special 1, and I think I do a 4-hit combo into a relic, medium, light, medium. Got a 14 whiplash detonation here, and almost dead, not quite, that stupid 1%, and then a couple hits afterwards finishes the job. Not a fast fight, but a very safe one. As you can see, I pretty much locked him down the whole fight. Next up, we have Adam Warlock on... I wonder tell me what node this is when I click on it. I don't know. This is the old node 47, where you have like one eye open and the knockdown protection thing. It's not ebb and flow, but it's like 75% protection until you knock them down. So the strategy with using Valk on this node is to get all your buffs ramped up, knock them down with a heavy, and blast them with a big special 2 that just kills them. And fight starts off pretty well. Just gonna invert my combo here, get my pierce, bait out the special 1. It's just gonna be a series of combo, bait special 1, combo, bait special 1. He's being a little stingy. Usually I haven't noticed Adam Warlock to be very stingy with throwing a special 1. Usually he's pretty okay to throw him immediately, but this fight, he was not having it. So yeah, bait out another 1, and a combo and a light, and just sort of do this as I'm ramping up. I do have an invuln boost on, so if I do get clipped by one of these specials, it's not too big of a deal. I don't think I actually get fully built up because I know Ascended Valk is going to kill this dude. It's going to be overkill with all the hits I'll have afterwards. I think I look for an opportunity to hit his block a little bit, or no, I just back up. Yeah, so here, drop the heavy, and I wasn't expecting my light to whiff, and I backed up to try and get some range. I don't know why I didn't just throw my special, and yeah, he hits me, pushes me to special 3. So now I've wasted all of this time for nothing, and I have to just build up once again. So just very frustrating, but I'm not super worried. Here's where the worry starts to kick in. That is a very long intimidate on him, and he's just not going to do anything while it's there. And this pushes him to special 2. And I'm like, all right, cool, that's fine, I'll just block it. Cannot block his special 2. And that is a dangerous amount of damage that he did. Like I mentioned earlier, I have 112k health with max boosts, and that did over 60k, probably 65k. A lot of champions would be dead after something like that. Thank God I had the invuln, It only tanked 1 hit or something, but still very nice to have. So anyways, just gonna ramp back up, and this time I'm not gonna mess it up. I don't even think I get the full ramp because I'm I don't want to risk getting anywhere near my special 3. Here, gonna just bait out this special 1, even though he does not want to throw these things, man. It's been a very annoying fight. So get the heavy off, light, back into it, hit him with a couple hits here, drop a humongous special 2, light to get him to hold block there, and here I'm just gonna kill him before he can get into his pod, because that pod's annoying. Yeah, should have been a much faster fight, but instead it took 2.5 minutes because I'm dumb. Anyways, there are better assignments for that fight, but kind of roster restrictions and stuff like that. And here I thought the video was going to be ending and I would just be talking over this, but no, we have a little bit more. This Mysterio on 48, we just had like a bad game plan for the person who took it, and it cost us 2 deaths, and I feel partially responsible because I helped come up with that assignment. And then just to take the load off, I decided to attempt this with Quicksilver, and yeah, this is how it goes. I know I'm not going to gain any power, but I remembered how much damage my whiplashes can do, so I said, you know what? I'm just going to, build up as many as I want, manually detonate them whenever I want, and do a pretty good job. So here, I'm late baiting the heavy, and he throws that special one. I'm like, oh man, I got to wait this out, and I'm taking brute force damage the whole time. I take a lot of damage from this. And I do that a couple more times in this fight. Here's the thing. With Decay, the Decay attack tactic, I'm immune to like damage over time effects, which includes damage reflect from Mysterio. I didn't realize that. Someone let me know after the fight, but I didn't have to be waiting out his damage reflect at all. I could have just been hitting him and I would have been totally fine. So live and learn. This fight will be so much easier next time with Quicksilver. Here I ended in a medium because I didn't want my whiplashes to expire, which is dumb because if they expire, I deal damage. So I don't know what I was doing. But here, I'm smart enough to, try and push him to a special 2. Some of the whiplashes expire and they deal a lot of damage. And I just go ahead and manually detonate the rest. Bait that special 2. I'm not going to miss because I have my slow up. Here, he could have thrown another special 1 and I would have taken a lot of extra damage as well. This is not like a typical Quicksilver fight, but, I've made a lot of mistakes so far and done a lot of things that I didn't need to do, and he's kind of cooking in this fight. Not very fast, but very safe. Here, hit him a couple times to get rid of brute force, manually detonate those, hit him with a couple more combos, and yeah, he's just going to die from this. That is the end of this war. Hopefully I can, get a little bit better with Quicksilver if I'm going to be using him more in this season. We didn't end up losing this war, partially because of a mistake that I made in that assignment. But yeah, we just gotta bounce back and continue going for podium this season. All right, see y'all on the next one.